Greetings, friends. This video is about a professor who claims Jingle Bells is rooted in racism. Her name is Dr. Carol Swain. She is a former Vanderbilt University professor, and without further ado, let's hear what she has to say. Let's roll the clip.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it
A
is.
Boston University professor claims Jingle Bells is rooted in racism.
Wow. Professor Kina Hamill saying, quote, the racial history of the song has remained hidden behind its local and seasonal affection. Blackface and racist origins have been subtly and systematically removed from its history. Carol Swain is a former professor at Vanderbilt University and the author of Abduction: How Liberalism Steals Our Children's Hearts and Minds. I mean, what a better book title than Stealing Christmas from Our Families? What in the world is going on?
Well, in academia, we get rewarded for coming up with ideas, and the more extreme, the better. And we know that with Jingle Bells, it doesn't matter how it was originally performed. What matters is that it transcends time and race and place. It's a Christmas classic. We all love it. Why take it away?
Absolutely.
Why the reflexive desire in academia, but more inclusively on the left, to go back to the divisive origins or the things that divide us, as opposed to trying to point toward the things that bring us together?
I think it's part of this whole leftist agenda that I tied to cultural Marxism to destroy America as we know it. And for some reason, race has always been used to keep stirring the pot instead of pushing for racial reconciliation, what we really need in this country. The political left, and sadly the universities, they seem to have they help create this environment where we send our young people to college, they get politicized. They may be indifferent to race. They see everyone the same, but once they get on the campus, they didn't get involved with the ethnic studies programs, then you get hatred. And that shouldn't be.
Carol.
Well, first of all, friends, one should find anyone suspect who lands on the racist show Fox and Friends. Any friend that happens to be black, a black American, or African for that matter, goes on the show Fox and Friends, is a traitor, a coon, a bedwench, and all the other names that you want to use. In this case, this is a prime example of a coonette. But let's break down this video for a bit and prove my point. Let's go back for a second. What's interesting about this story is this professor from Boston University, her name is Kina Hamill. That's K-Y-N-A, Hamill. And she is the one who is asserting the song Jingle Bells is based on a racist nature by saying this, that the racial history of the song has remained hidden behind its local and seasonal affection. Blackface and racist origins have been subtly and systematically removed from its history. Again, that's Kina Hamill, a professor from Boston University. Again, she is the white woman who is asserting this. Then here comes this coonette, former Vanderbilt professor Carol Swain, who reacts to that assertion. She goes into saying several things that I find very suspect. Let's start with the first thing. Well, first of all, I want to back up for a second and talk about its racist origins and how it's tied to blackface. Isn't that unusual how this racist foul act of blackface pyramids this white supremacist system, this white supremacist nation, actually this white supremacist world, because after all, I did a video wherein I think in the country of Sweden, they have what's called St. Peter or something like that, where they have a blackface tradition. And I did a video on that, and believe it or not, there was a lot of people who responded from that country who were highly pissed off at me for doing that video, because they said that I didn't understand that it was a tradition, you know, similar to how they make that same racist claim here in America. They say it's a tradition, just like this coonette is defending. After all, she's saying, why take it away? It's a tradition. I can't stand black people like this lady, and she has the nerve to precede her name with doctor. But I digress. She then goes into insulting, of course, the white professor, Kina Hamill, the professor from Boston. She basically insults her by saying that, after all, we live in an environment where these, how does she say it? These professors are rewarded for extreme ideas. Well, you would know because you landed on Fox and Friends. So of course you would know this. But I digress. Okay, and then the final insult is when she goes into this so-called cultural Marxism, where she blames the political left and the universities for taking these innocent children into the schools, into these higher schools of learning, right? Into higher education. They're taking these innocent souls and they're turning them into racists, as she explains that it's only then, when they take these ethnic studies courses, that they become this racist and these race baiters and these people who quote unquote stir up the pot, as she puts it. And of course, like I said, you should always find people like this highly suspect when they land on a show called Fox and Friends. They love to put people who go into full swing coonery, like Professor Carol Swain just did. Anyways, I'm going to end this video off. She did exactly what we see happen a lot in Black America, and that's unfortunate. And unfortunately, we've never had the type of therapy, I believe, that black people truly have needed post-slavery. We've never gotten that. But yet, white people will tell you in a heartbeat how good therapy is, because after all, they go through therapy all the time. So anyways, I'm going to end the video off there. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Or don't. Peace out.